Hey guys, I'm here at Selena Finance in London. They're a alternative finance provider rather than the big banks, and they've done a facility for me for £250,000 that I can then go and use to invest in properties, use for property deposits, or maybe do some, you might have, title split work to do or refurbishment work to do, so that you can go and put it onto proper term finance after that. What they did is they took second charges over my existing property portfolio. You had to get approval from our main bank for that, but then that gives me the freedom to then go and act like a cash buyer and maybe use that money to go and buy something quickly without waiting for the weeks, days, ends, sometimes months that it takes property investors to get the money together. So I think there's some caveats that I will say about Selena. Number one, you need to be quite an experienced property investor. You're not really into that. That's a good thing that these guys like, and you have to have some property with equity. Exactly. But speed is what you're really good at, isn't it, in terms of
we can provide you with that facility within about 5 days or so. Yeah. So from application all the way through to kind of getting that access.
Yeah, so Jay was my account manager. I suppose that would be the best. So we chatted on LinkedIn, and I think it took a little bit more than 5 days, 9 days for us, I think, which is still really fast. That was from chatting on LinkedIn to getting this all agreed, and then we was there. I don't know, how many clients have you done this for in the UK roughly? Because you've been going a year now, haven't you?
We're going for a year. At the moment, we've got about 30 to 40 clients on our books.
So I'm one of those.
Yeah, you're one of those. One of those lucky people. Yeah. And we're really looking to grow as fast as possible over the next year. We're really excited about the opportunity that we've got. Kind of this credit facility, giving access to funds flexibly, with the ability to dip in and out like a huge overdraft facility. Yeah. It's a huge benefit, we think, to property investors and business individuals throughout the UK.
I mean, the good thing as well, I think, that make people don't realise it's the second charge. So you don't need a first charge. So this could be on your house that you live in. If you've got $500,000 of equity in there,
absolutely,
for example, $250,000 of equity in there, you could get a facility off of that.
It's kind of liquidating the kind of the property value and having access to that money, which you can then go and invest, grow, and do what you want with, really.
And the big advantage to this, guys, if you're watching, which hasn't been mentioned, I'm so glad it just came up. If I went to go to a high street bank and said I want a $250,000 facility, in most scenarios they would give you the full $250,000. So you're paying interest on money that you might not need. You might, go, well, I might need $250,000 in 2 years' time, but right now I don't need it. With you guys, so you only have to take the first $25,000 out to kick the facility off, and then you can pay it back, can't you? And you go up and down, like you say, like an overdraft. Exactly. That's the huge advantage, isn't it?
It's that flexibility. It's kind of, we understand that people want to be able to repay early. Yeah. Things can change. You might need extra cash at certain points in time. Yeah. You can literally dip in and out of that and kind of use it as and when you want. It's really flexible. If you haven't got anything really outdrawn from that facility, then you won't actually pay anything. So it's a no-brainer in our eyes.
And I suppose you really get to know the client. Like you, I've been sat with you for an hour and a half today. I suppose people can come in and see you, can't they?
Absolutely,
I think people love that now. Yeah. I think that's like you're looking at Metro Bank. That's what they sort of pride themselves on. Who I bank with personally, that they are very good at that. But most banks, getting actually to talk to someone like this is really hard work. The other thing I was probably thinking, how can they afford to do this? Where are they getting their money from? So your venture capitalist back, so you've got plenty of money. You're not going to run out of money.
No, we're in here for the long game. We're backed by a venture capital fund based in Germany. We're really excited. They're really, really excited. And kind of the team's really growing at a considerable pace. They're up to 30 now on the staff, and we're really quite excited.
And some of you are actually ex-banking, aren't you, in the team? So there's some real good experience here.
Exactly. I mean, we have people from Bain Capital, we have people from RBS, which is where Jay's from, McKinsey. We have some of the really brightest minds, we think, kind of in.
And some Shawbrook people, I think.
We do have
because a lot of property people love Shawbrook.
We have that. We have people from Market Invoice doing invoice financing.
Good stuff. These guys are really good. So if you want to check them out, drop me a private message. I'll introduce you to Jay or just the people I know here, or what's the details of how they can get it. We'll put some stuff below the video. Hope you like these guys. I think they're really good. I think this is, finance is changing. You don't have to just go to the big 5 banks anymore, do you? And it's not just you guys. There's, peer-to-peer lending, funding circles, all of those. There's more and more options. And I think banks have got a bit of a worry, really, haven't they? That
there's a new kid on the block, and we want to be that new kid.
And for me, I go to loads of conferences and I speak at loads of business conferences and help entrepreneurs. Do you know so many entrepreneurs don't even go to the bank first of all? Now, 7 years ago, people were going to alternative funders, but after they've gone to the bank. So they would go to Barclays first of all. Barclays would say no, then they would go to the alternative. But now people just hate them so much. Not all people, but some people hate them. And they just think they're going to Google first, typing in what they need, and whoever comes up actually might get a call before the big five. And I think that's a big change. And you guys are fast, efficient. I think, fair, I just want to say that it's slightly more expensive than a high street bank would be, but you won't wait the time, will you? And
you won't
the flexibility.
You won't necessarily get the flexibility which we offer you. So that's kind of, I guess, what the price differential is. But yeah.
Good stuff. Check them out, guys. Selina, Selina. It's on the mug here. There we go. See you real soon. Bye-bye.